Most golfers feel stuck. Our swings have their idiosyncrasies that hold us back. And most critically, our mental games are prone to falling apart when our flaws are exposed on course. One of the many flaws of my game is hitting a low snap hook off the first tee, like this one.
Whoa, that wasn't too good.
But I'll try to get back on track.
First drive of the day short of the fairway, and this is the second easiest hole on the golf course, but that's okay. You have 185, hitting a 190 club.
But even when you do that, sometimes mistakes compound out there.
Slow start today. That's okay.
And that's the theme of today's video, managing our mental game to reel in scores.
This seems an appropriate time to talk about managing expectations. Once again, we don't quite have the right club, but that's okay. We have 109. I thought it was going to be more like 130, so I have a 9 iron, but it's a front pin, so let's just get this on the green, get out of this first hole with a bogey, and move on.
And I'm going to need a lot of that today.
Or not.
Because out the gate, my game is in shambles here in Thailand.
No reason to let this round get away from us.
But I am indeed back to work. For the vast majority of golfers, bogey is an acceptable score. I've hit 3 bad shots on this hole, but bad scores are usually a result of failing to maintain our focus after hitting bad shots. And here on the first hole, 3 bad shots add up to only a bogey.
Just a bogey. We're going to put that opening bogey behind us.
And it truly is out of mind here on 2.
Is way okay?
This is stroke hole 3, and I'll need to start by choosing a line on this shot.
This looks like it sets up well for a draw.
Too many of us fail to do this. Our target should never be the fairway, or even the middle of the fairway. It's important to choose as small a target as possible on every shot, and visualize the flight of your ball. Even if your execution is off,
Kind of overdrew it.
I promise it will narrow your dispersion.
Left side.
This one's not perfect,
We'll see.
but oh well.
Still working out kinks. We've got about 200 in. Bit into. Safe on the right side of the green, so that's going to be where we're looking. Big tree to the right of the pin.
I've chosen a nice conservative target here, and for the first time today, I've hit one solid, but the results, they're still evading us.
I think that's in the bunker. Big key is getting it over this lip. It's about head high, about 4 or 5 feet.
Mission accomplished on this bunker shot.
Oh, very good. Play-in-Chief just made a great video where he showed that from this range you do not have to give up the hole. It's going to go nice and firm at the right.
And even the tap-in requires focus, and I'm able to get it to go.
Okay, so we have 180 and it's into. Anything short is really gnarly, so I'm going to hit a 200 club. How beautiful is this place?
And here on 3, we're eschewing ego when choosing this club. The game isn't scored on the basis of what club you use to get the ball there. We need to commit not only to targets, but to taking fully committed swings, irrespective of the club in hand. The reward this time is getting the ball exactly pin high,
Oh yeah,
where I'll once again commit before hitting the putt.
right 1 cup. Okay, we're going to trust the caddy. Full cup.
Commitment's high, and execution?
Let's go. That's how we wipe out a bad opening hole. Thank you. Every hole here looks like a painting. Right over the stake on the right side of the fairway.
I've mentioned it already, but I'm always trying to choose as small a target as possible. My driver shape is typically a draw, and even though this one is a pull fade, with a conservative target,
Should be okay.
the result is just fine.
This ball stopped in its pitch mark. 99. Brought a 9 and a wedge. This club carries 115, but you know what? Mud ball, into wind, front pin. I don't even really think I'm going to let off. Feet just a hair closer together, and missing past the hole's okay.
I've talked through this shot, and I am committed to a plan.
Oh, I chunked it.
But as has been the case today, execution is off once again.
Okay, good outcome from a pretty bad shot. This is uphill and moving to my left, just a hair.
But golf is less about how great your good shots are than it is about how good your bad shots are. I'll put the miss in the rearview mirror and go right back to planning the next one. It's a hard-fought par,
Okay.
and on to the next.
Okay, we're playing through a foursome. I've got 4 guys and 5 caddies watching. Please, Lord, let us hit a good one.
I've yet to hit a drive on the screws today, and it's amazing how often manifesting good shots in your mind manifests into reality, because this is easily my best of the day thus far.
You know what, we don't have time for this because there's guys behind us. I'm just going to spank a 3-wood up there and hope it doesn't find a bunker, even though there's bunkers right in what appears to be my landing zone.
Conversely, rushing yourself over a shot with no firm plan unsurprisingly leads to poor strikes like this one. But there's no time to bemoan that shot once we're over this one.
134 to a tucked flag. We're going to aim left of that flag and not even think about it with a 140 club.
Another conservative plan. And in case it hasn't been clear already, this was a day full of mishits.
Oh, that was so bad. So bad. Okay.
And sure, we'll take a minute to bemoan it, but not once we're here.
Okay, we need some more magic with a wedge. Uphill, so I can fly it. Okay, we're putting. Oh, just didn't hit it. Okay.
It's just a bogey, and that's fine.
This hole is supposed to be playing 210. It's a huge green. The tee box is up and the pin is up, so we only have 150. Gonna hit a 7-iron. Try to keep it a little left of that flag to take trouble out of play.
We don't need to hunt down every flagstick. Instead, playing away from the trouble to eliminate big scores is a key to my game, and this one works out.
Downhill, snapping hard to my right. Stop. Stop. Whoa. So left myself 6 feet uphill. Right one ball. Okay. Oh, no. Bad bogey.
Those happen, and we're 2 over heading into 7.
It's trouble on the right. Try to hit a big one up the left. Oh, no. That's not good. I have no line. I have about 300, and we're just going to try to chip it back onto the fairway. So we have about 225 to the flag, and the flag is over this hill. 140 to the water. I'm just hitting a 9-iron.
And this is where many scores go to die. My 3-wood could get there, but any mishit short will inevitably lead to a double or worse here, whereas taking a short iron and a wedge should lead to no worse than bogey.
Should be fine.
That's the plan here. And even after totally flubbing this wedge, I leave myself a straightforward chip here. And it all adds up to only a bogey, which I'm happy to take here.
So some stroke hole 1 action. 425 yard par 4. There's a head in the distance in the middle of the green. That's our target line. We have 187. Yeah, I think the 190 club is enough. Bit of an uphill lie, but it's a bit downwind. So just going to take a smooth swing with the 190 club and trust it.
As usual, I'm picking a conservative target here once more. It's another flag I'm not interested in going after.
Ooh, a little long. Whoa! Just need to make sure we get it all the way down there.
After a miscue on the approach, it's another one here.
Whoops.
But that doesn't mean that I'll treat this shot any differently than if it were a chip for birdie. It's the same routine and the same level of focus. Like I mentioned on the first hole, it's doubles that blow up scorecards more than bogeys. And after flirting with one here, I ultimately convert this comebacker
Escape disaster.
to limit the damage to just a bogey.
Short hole, but 280 to the water, so caddy says driver's okay. Oh, where was that going? Sit! Oh, it's okay. We have 135 to a front flag. Hard to see on video, but the ball's quite a bit below my feet. Gonna take a full 8-iron. Oh.
It's a disastrous approach here on 9, but it's nothing but smiles. Even my best rounds will have fistfuls of bad shots. You can let it ruin your round, or just accept that the most difficult component of the game isn't the physical one. It's staying calm and focused when things aren't going our way. We're going to close the 9 with our 5th consecutive bogey, and we've tabulated more than 1 poor shot per hole. But keeping doubles off the card makes this a manageable score heading into the back 9. And before we get there, a word about channel sponsor Swing Tweaks. Let's be real, we all want a better golf swing, but virtually all of us forgo lessons. Swing Tweaks makes golf instruction as easy as ordering delivery. Just film a swing on your phone, and Swing Tweaks will connect you with the PGA Pro, who will provide personalized feedback for your swing, complete with notes, analysis, and even drills for you to work on. Better yet, with their preseason sale, you can get 3, 5, or even 10 lessons, all for less than the typical cost of just one in-person lesson. That's value you literally will not find anywhere else. So get on it now. Follow the link in the description and take advantage of Swing Tweaks' preseason sale. The back 9 is really going to put my resiliency to the test. Starting with a drive that I thought would be in perfect position,
It should be good.
only to find myself here.
All right, next time I'll know there's a bunker on the left.
At this point, 3 of 8 drives thus far have put me out of position. And while the recovery here isn't pretty, it does put me back into play with just a wedge up to the green. And while I usually forgo practice swings in order to maintain pace while filming, here I'll try to get a feel for the soft turf before hitting the wedge. And while I ultimately miss it a bit short,
That's okay.
it's online, leaving me a putter in hand for par from the fringe. But right away I know I didn't put enough pace on this one,
Didn't hit it.
and the bogey train continues to start the back.
This is one beautiful golf hole. 390 into water in front of the green. We're not going to think about that right now. We're just going to try to hit one into play. Another one left. Hit the trees and came through them.
And now on to a nervy one.
Okay, toughest shot of the day so far, 187 into. We're going to take the 4 hybrid. And we're going to give it a whack.
There's water protecting this green, but I'm confident that from this number I can clear the water protecting the green. In fact,
Looks good.
this one ultimately pitches pin high before taking an unfortunate hop over the back. It's time to lean into the short game, which has bailed me out on a few occasions today. It's a decent effort with the wedge here that will give me a look.
Pretty good. Outside. Okay. We're going to listen.
I'm committed to my line, but alas,
Oh!
it's not meant to be,
Come on!
and the bogey train stretches to 7 consecutive holes.
Okay, can't quite get a read. It's 170 something and into, but we've hit that 4 hybrid long a couple times today. So we're going to go, even though it's into wind, with the 5 hybrid 180 club. It likes to draw. So I'm going to look towards center right of the green.
But notice that I'm nonetheless treating every shot independent of the one that came before it. With a mind to how I've been playing today, I commit to the 5 hybrid here.
Oh, never drew. Wow, that club always draws. Probably a good 40-yard pitch.
Now it's a blind pitch up to the green that sadly doesn't manage to reach the top of an upslope on the green.
That's a shame.
And the resulting putt is challenging too. I'll take my time to read it from below the hole before stepping over it.
Not that fast, Adam.
But for the first time today, it's a poor lag putt here. It's on to one more reset before trying to salvage bogey out of this hole.
Oh, no.
But this one misses low, and we've played the last 8 holes 9 over par.
Okay, we're 345 into wind. The bunker on the left is 220, so I'm going to hit a 3-wood of 220 club and keep it right. I might leave myself a little longer in here because I'm lengthening the hole, but just trying to find a safe line here.
But we're still not changing the game plan. I've chosen a tee club that takes the trouble out of play here, so even after pushing this one,
Okay, that's way right. It's okay?
the caddy confirms it's just fine.
Okay, I have 140. It's uphill and into and a front flag, so I'm going to hit a 7 of 155 club. I think I'm going to need all of it, actually. Oh, God. Long grass.
But the misses continue.
Whoa, is that bad? So what happened there? Just long grass, I guess.
But this is what Mo Norman calls an alert attitude of indifference. I'm taking in information and just moving on to the next shot. Back to the part of the game I'm more comfortable with. This wedge just gets to the front of the green, and this is interesting.
Where is it left?
My caddy has it moving away from the water, but my eyes are telling a different story. I commit to the line I'm seeing, but
I didn't trust you. You were right.
I'm hoping to get the snappy misses behind me, and at long last here on 14, I finally flip the script.
Okay, finally missing right. Okay, we're somewhere around 250 here. Yeah, 245 in front of me. Looking at the right corner of the green. A little short of that's fine.
It's another conservative target, and a good strike here.
Should be okay.
And I'm hoping to finally get off the bogey train with just a wedge on the approach. But alas, my spirits are still good.
From a look at birdie to trying to scramble for par. What can you do?
And I do manage to put much better contact on this one.
Okay, not bad.
The bogey train has hit double-digit holes, but looking back on the footage, I'm glad to see that I'm still giving each shot the respect it deserves.
It's only 154, but front pin and anything short is bad. So we're going to go 6 iron 165 club.
Poor execution is part of my game as a handicap player, but there's no excuse to let the decision-making begin to suffer.
I think we're something like 10 or 11 bogeys in a row, but that's okay. Tough golf course. Not playing my best.
Once again, it's a positive mentality that leads to a good shot. In fact, this one almost drops.
Going.
And for the first time since the 4th hole today, we found a tap-in par. Another good drive here, albeit one that doesn't go too far.
Good shot.
And if you're wondering why,
We're wondering about some short distances today. It's because balls are landing in the fairway and coming backward. Bit of a mud ball. 112. We're going to go full wedge. Ooh, a mud ball. Mud was on the right, and they say sends it the other direction. So we're putting, but not from close.
it's a serpentine putt from about 50 feet here. And while I did underread it, the pace on it is nearly perfect. And just like that, we've managed to make back-to-back pars.
Okay, we've made a mess of the par 5s today. I like to try to play those even or better. We've bogeyed 3 out of 3 so far. That's out of mind. Start by putting one in play.
More positive thoughts, and it's a good swing here on 17, and onto what should be a straightforward layup.
So we're going to have something like 315 here. Yeah, 312s right there. Bunt it up there. Hope to have a wedge in and do something special. Ooh. Clipped the tree and came straight down. This ball is very much plugged, so we're going to move it. Okay, we have 130, but super uphill lie. We're going to hit a 140 club and hope that's enough. Pin is here. We want to miss right. There's a bunker left.
And while this one certainly doesn't look pretty, it gets to a great spot where I'll actually have a putter in hand from the fringe for a long look at birdie. I give it a good wrap, and it misses just a hair low. But oh well, it's great to have the bogey train firmly behind us, and another par here.
Okay, caddy likes the left bunker as a target.
After an entire round of avoiding the strategically placed watered hazards around Alpine, it seems only fitting that on a day when my resiliency was frequently tested, my final driver swing of the day manages to track right towards the water.
50-50?
I was optimistic that it would stay up, but alas, it does trickle in, and I'm forced to take a drop. But just to reinforce the mercurial nature of this game,
Oh, what a bounce.
it takes a miracle hop to the right and back onto the green, where I'll even get a long look at par. It's tracking, but I don't get it to go, and we'll cap the round off with one more bogey. And I've got to say, for a round that absolutely tested my ability to stay mentally checked in, I'm proud of my performance today. Despite a prolonged bogey train and even more poor shots, I managed to reel it in for a single-digit differential, which I think is solid evidence for my theory that the biggest element holding most golfers back is their ability to take rounds like this one and scrape something out of them. There's nothing stopping you from harnessing focus on days like this to improve your golf, whatever the game throws your way.